guys, I'm Kate, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the very last 2017 video. I promise I will make no more videos about this year. I promise. I don't know about you guys, but while I accomplished a fair amount of what I wanted to do in 2017, I'm just really ready to say goodbye to this year and welcome in 2018. So speaking of those accomplishments, today I want to talk about how I did on my 2017 reading and writing goals. So let's jump right in. I'll start off by saying that I have a very detailed list of the books that I read, the different genre, if I own them, if I was getting them from the library. They're all gonna be linked down below, so go ahead and click on that description box and that'll kind of help you out if you were curious about what I read specifically instead of just how I did. So my first and main reading goal for 2017 was to read 50 books. It's the same goal, if you've seen my 2018 reading goals video, that I have set for next year. But this year, no. Did not accomplish it. I got 33, which is like 66% of the way, so that's almost passing, depending on how you want to look at that. And 5 of those 33 books were rereads, but sometimes you just gotta reread books, you know, the ones you love and enjoy and make you happy. So while I hadn't actually set that to be a goal, I am glad that I did get to a couple of my favorites this year. My second reading goal of the year was to read 10 nonfiction books, and I have 7 read total, and then I'm working on this book right now. It's actually really good. I am loving it. And because while I am filming this, there's still a few more days left of 2017, I do think that I'm going to finish it before the year's end, so I am counting it in my 8 out of 10 nonfiction books read this year. My third goal was to read 5 classics, of which I read 4, so that is freaking 80%. That is definitely passing. And I recognize that that number is really, really small, but I am proud of myself because a lot of the time if I don't make that a goal, it just doesn't happen. And it's not that I don't want it to happen, it's just I don't think to pick up classics sometimes. So again, I'm pretty happy with 4. My fourth goal was to read 1 book in Spanish, and I read 2. That's 200%. I will link up above and down below where I talked about learning Spanish by reading Harry Potter. So those are the 2 books I read, Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets in Spanish, and freaking yeah. And if you've seen my 2018 reading goals video, you know that my goal is to continue it, to finish the series out in Spanish, and I'm just, yeah, it seems like such a small accomplishment for the year, but I really do. It might be the one that I'm most proud of. My 5th goal was to read a book in every major genre, and you can debate how many genres there actually are. I'm saying there's ish 10, and I got about 7 or 8 of them. The only ones that I didn't get were I didn't read any straight up romance novels, and I did not read any historical fiction. So again, check down below. I have all of the books that I read and their respective genres. My 6th Ooh, hello here. My 6th goal was to find a new manga series to love and enjoy, and I didn't succeed in that. I did reread 2 series though, which again, they're down below, guys. You know that at this point. So I am a little bit disappointed, and I've set that up as like a pseudo goal for next year that I would like to find a new series, just because I have so many that are, some are smaller and completed and some I have really long ones, like Fruits Basket, which is one of the ones that I reread this year. But yeah, I would just like to find another one to enjoy, and I'm just, yeah, taking recommendations. So please comment down below if you read manga, if you like that kind of thing. I read in all genres, including within manga, so I'm open to anything. And my final goal, and arguably my most serious one, was that I wanted 35 of the 50 books that I was to read this year to come from my own shelves, and I got 48%, my goal was 70%, but ultimately I'm actually pretty proud of the progress that I made, because previously I would just buy books and they would sit there forever, and I don't have the numbers on how I did previous years, but if I had to hazard a guess, I was probably at like 20%, which just goes to show you how much of a problem I had. I would just buy books, you guys, just buy and buy and buy, and I would never read them. So this number obviously doesn't indicate how many books I bought this year but didn't read, but that number should actually be pretty small because I have been on a self-inflicted, self-induced, self-prescribed, none of those words seem right. But I am on a self-implemented book buying ban, and so I think I did well. I think I did that in the spirit of the goal. I feel like I accomplished it. Numbers wise though, numbers don't lie, and they're saying I didn't. So those are my 7 reading goals, but now let's move on to my writing goals for 2017 and see how I did. Why? Why? Sometimes I wonder why I'm so weird, and then it's the holidays, so I've been hanging out with my family and I'm like, oh, that's why. So my first goal was to finish a final draft of a story and query it to agents. And I've talked about this previously when I said that I was, you know, giving up on that story kind of indefinitely, but I did hit the final product, at least of what I could do. It had beta readers, it had multiple edits, it had multiple revisions, it had multiple drafts, it had multiple of everything, and I was really happy with where it landed, but where it landed just doesn't seem kind of commercially viable at this point, and also there's just something that's missing. And so while I'm happy with what I was able to create, I'm not ultimately totally happy with where the end product is, but I also have the awareness to realize that I can't get it to where I want it to be yet. And sometimes with different stories that just happens. So I'm giving myself like a 50% on this goal. You know, I think the actual getting it to that level is probably 75% of the work, and 25% would be having queried the agent. But yeah, 50 to 75%. The second goal was to participate in both camps and NaNoWriMo in November. And if you watch this channel, you know that most of my videos are from camps and NaNoWriMo, which is to say that I frickin' succeeded, y'all. I crushed that goal. The ultimate end goal was to have 3 new drafts, but I ended up with 4 this year. 4 new drafts. 4 new drafts. Why? Seriously, that's like 133% of my goal. Thank you, numbers. This time I appreciate you. The third writing goal was to finish the novel that I'm co-writing with my best friend, and that was just a whopping pile of crap. A dumpster fire. And not because we're not friends and we're not still writing, but she got a new job, I got busy with other drafts and my work, and it's just, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. So I'm taking this as just, it was a long leave of absence. So when we return, we'll have very fresh eyes. See how I can spin it? But again, numbers don't lie. I'm giving myself a 0% on that one. And my fourth and final writing goal for 2017 was to find a local group of writers to join and kind of see regularly. And oh my gosh, did this come through. I think this might have been the most important one for me for this year, and just Nano, you have done it again. I'm considering this a huge success, and I'm just so freaking happy, you guys. So that brings me to the very end, which is just to, I don't know if I'd give myself an actual grade for the year, because even though I didn't accomplish all of the goals, I think I accomplished way more than I would have had I not set the goals. This helped me keep in mind throughout the year what I was trying to do and what I wanted to accomplish, and just keeping all of those in mind and continually working on them each month or each week. It just, yeah, this is why I love goals, okay? So I won't give myself a final score, I'm just gonna say, yay 2017 is done, and yay 2018, hello, how are you? I'm Kate, let's do this. So that brings me to my questions for you guys. Please comment down below and let me know if you had any goals for 2017 and how you ultimately did on them. And also, if you had any goals that really managed to surprise you in either your success or your ultimate failure. Not ultimate failure. Did the numbers lie? Do you feel very positive about what you did, but ultimately the way that the goal worked out, it just didn't hit the number that you were hoping it would? Comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to get back to reading, and I will see y'all very soon with a new video. Bye.